Hi, Taoping Airlines Math Industry here, and today we're looking at coefficients in these square roots with estimating them. So, we know off the top of our head that 16 can be 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So, 16 is going to be the square root of, and the roots are going to be number 4, because if 16 is the tree, 4 is going to be the roots of the tree. But we're not done yet. We have to multiply the coefficient with the 4 at last. So 2 times 4, that is 8. So the square root of 16 is 4. Multiply that by the coefficient and you get this number. But we're going to try and do that with square roots that don't perfectly is a square. And that's why we have a number line. So, the square root of 0 is 0, because 0 times 0 is 0. Square root of 1 is 1. The square root of 4 is 2. The square root of 9 is 3. The square root of 16 is 4. The square root of 25 is 5. The square root of 36 is 6. The square root of 49 is 7. The square root of 64 is 8. And the square root of 81 is 9. So we're gonna have to put these square roots and what they mean on a piece of paper, so you would poof, you know what to use. And write these square roots on the side of your worksheet. Like for example, 4, that would equal 2. And 9, that would equal 3. I'm just writing with one hand, so here's an example. So here's 23. Is it going to be 25 and 16? Yeah, because 23 is not really a perfect square. It's not a perfect square. And it is in between these numbers. So let's move that counter all the way to at least 4.0. So 16 is going to be the perfect square of 4, and 25 is going to be the perfect square of 5. 23 is in the middle. Which number do you think 23 is closer to? Well, with 23, it is 2. With 25, and 23, it is 7. So 2 is on 23 and 25, which is the difference. So do you think the estimate is going to be this way, or is it going to be this way, or is it going to be in the middle? 23 is closer to 25. So we're going to go at least, you might have an estimate of 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, or 4.9. Not 4.5, because that would be in the middle. And the two numbers that are different than each other, they would almost be the same. So I'm going to have an estimate of 4.7. So we have 4.7 as our estimate. So now's the time to use a calculator and see what the square root of 23 is. $4.79. So if it's 4.79, it's gonna round up to 4.8 because it's closer. So we were at a very close estimate. We were very, very close. What is the square root of 23? 4.8. Not done yet. We have 4.8 here, and we must multiply that by the coefficient, which is 2. 2 times 4.8, what would that be? The correct answer would be 9.6. So 9.6 would equal this expression right here. If we find the square root of that, we must multiply by the coefficient as well. Another example, negative 5 is the coefficient, and 59 is going to be the perfect square. So let's try and find what the perfect square of 59 is. This is the last example of this video. So let's move the counter back to 0 and see what the problem is. So we find the perfect square root of 59. So 59 is in the middle of 49 and 64. So let's try and move that counter to at least 7. So here's 59 in the middle. Here's 47, and the square root of that is 7. The square root of that is 7. And here is 64, and the square root of that would be 8. Which do you think is closer to? 59 is closer to 47, or 59 is closer to 64? Well, for 59 and 64, the only difference is going to be 5. And the difference between 49 and 59, that is going to be 10. So, which is going to be closer? It's going to be this one, 64, because it's closer to it and it has the less number of steps, or it's closer to it. So it's going to go this way again for our square root. So we might be able to get an estimate of 7.6, 7.7, 7.8, or 7.9. What is your estimate? Comment below and see what the answer is. My estimate, I'm going to go with 7.8. Now we use a calculator. We got 7.68. So, the correct answer is going to be 7.7. We got 7.8, but we were very close. 7.7, but we have a negative 5. We have to do negative 5, multiply that by 7.7. And our answer would be, we got an answer of negative 38.5. Thank you for watching Taoping Airlines Math Industry. Like and subscribe. And thank you for watching coefficients and square root problems. Thank you. Like and subscribe.